So are you guys enjoying the new crotch and boob event in Zenith Zone Zero? I mean, let's not kid ourselves, right? That's what we're all using it for. Listen, there are two universal truths in game development. And the first is, if you give the players the ability to create, they will inevitably create a penis. I mean, there's a reason that TTP exists, right? And the second is that if you allow them to point the camera, they're going to point the camera at the crotch or the boobs. That's just how it goes. Now, for those of you that may be wondering, what in the hell is he talking about? Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up. Zenith Zone Zero recently added a new event that allows you to pause the combat at any point, freezing all motion, particle effects, everything. And then they give you the ability to rotate and zoom the camera about so that you can take the absolute perfect screenshot. Which, of course, resulted in the internet immediately being flooded with everyone taking crotch shots of their favorite waifu. But what you may not have realized is that there are actually a couple of other reasons why this event is incredibly smart, beyond just the ability to record Evelyn's incredible combat prowess. So the first thing is that they're using it to teach combat techniques in a way that doesn't feel like a tutorial. And this is something that every game developer struggles with. We commonly refer to it as the NPE, the new player experience. And the reason that we struggle with it is that we want to teach players how to play our game, but players hate tutorials. So how do you do this in such a way that it doesn't feel like you're being taught? This event is a fantastic example of that. The way the event actually works is that you score points, but the only way you can score points is at each stage of the event, you have to take a picture while you're performing a specific combat move. So for instance, at one point, they wanted you to take photos while performing a defensive assist or an evasive assist. And I thought I knew what those were, but it turns out I didn't, or at least I didn't realize that that was what they were called. So I wasn't getting it, and I wasn't getting the points. And I'm like, well, that's not going to stand. So I went to the internet, and I read up exactly what defensive and evasive assists were, and I came back, and bam, just like that, I was able to get the rewards and to get them easily. But that's why this technique is so good. It doesn't handhold me through the process. Although I am sure there are tutorials elsewhere in the game that do exactly that, but how would I know? I skipped all those, right? Instead, it incentivizes me to demonstrate the mechanic and then rewards me for doing so, while also providing me with an incredibly cool event. The other reason that this event is smart on Hoyoverse's part is that I'm certain it's utilizing tech that they've already built. In a previous video, I picked up on the fact that Hoyoverse is economizing on their in-combat splash screens. And the way they do it is they save the last frame of combat, they display it from different angles, and then they dress it up with some After Effects. Now, you want to take bets on the tech that they used to gather those screenshots? Yeah, it was the pause cam. And somewhere, a designer or a producer said, we should take our pause cam and we should dress it up as some UI that gives the player some easy controls over it, and then we'll provide it as a cool feature and event in-game. And voila, you have the click-click event, or as is more commonly referred to, the crotch and boob event. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode of I'm Still Playing. So are you guys enjoying the click-click-click event in ZZZ? If so, let me know in the comments below. Oh, and while you're here, check out this video I posted earlier of some of the other really smart things Hoyoverse is doing as a developer. Cheers!